We're going to do a quick tutorial on how to use Adobe Spark. Once you create your login, you're going to be brought to your projects page. To create a new project, you're simply going to click the plus sign on the right-hand side. Adobe Spark creates individual posts for Facebook, Instagram, it creates web pages, and it creates videos. For our purposes today, we're going to create a video, so I'm going to click the red plus there. The great thing about Adobe Spark is it really walks you through the entire process. So instead of saying, what's the title? It says, every great story starts somewhere. Tell us about your idea or title. You can always change it later. So here's what happened. In our case, what we're going to create is an invitation for a tasting. So I'm just going to name it tasting for the time being. I might come back and change it later. The next thing we get to do is pick a story from a template, or we can completely start from scratch. And it gives you all sorts of ideas of templates. I happen to know that there's an invitation template here, and so I am going to pick that one. While it's getting everything together, I'll tell you what I've done in advance is created a folder on my laptop, and I've placed some pictures. In this particular sample, we're going to create a tasting party for the Hotel Los Gatos, and we're just going to make up some things. So here we go. This is your opening screen. To the right here, you have your background templates, and so you can pick and choose whatever you'd like. There's all sorts of different ones. You can pick something now, and if you decide that you don't like it, you can always change it later. So let's start with this. The first thing we're going to do is introduce who's organizing the event. I think I told you I downloaded some pictures, and so the first thing we're going to do is click on a photo of me. You're going to upload photos. It's going to take you to, you can browse and go wherever you want. It happened to open to where I wanted it to be. And here is a picture. This isn't actually me, but I thought it was a fun picture of a coworker, and I thought we would use that. Next, we're actually going to record the opening to this video. And so I'm simply going to hold down the red microphone and say, "Hi, I'm Holly, and I'm a salesperson for the Hotel Los Gatos." If I don't like the way that I recorded it, I can re-record it, or I can just go with it. For our purposes, I'm going to go with it. If I wanted to re-record it, I just hold the red button down again and record right over it. Let's go to the next slide. Describe what you're inviting your audience to join. So I am actually going to choose text to let everybody know what we're doing. So I hit the plus sign, the text, and then I'm going to type a tasting party. And that's all I'm going to do. The next slide says, why is it exciting? Oh, sorry, back here, I'm going to record over. We'd like to invite you to a tasting party. That's all I'm going to say. Why it's exciting. So I'm going to bring in some photos at this point of some food that I've downloaded because I think food is always exciting. So here's a picture. I just click on the picture and then click OK, and it's going to import it. Now, I think I would like to have more than one food photo here. And so before I go to the next slide where it says when and where, I'm actually going to go to this slide if you're looking at the bottom here. And there's three little dots. I'm going to click here and say duplicate this slide. So it's duplicated the slide, and I'm going to go back to the slide, and I'm going to upload another photo. So I click on photo, upload photo. And this, let's add this particular, some Italian ramen I thought looked pretty good. And it's going to add that photo in there. And then I think I want to do it one more time. So I'm going to duplicate and have one more photo. I'm going to click on that photo here. That's where I am. And I want to import another photo. And I think I want to do this dessert cone. So now I have three food photos, and so I'm going to record over it and say something like, Come and sample our new catering menu. We have all sorts of gourmet delicacies. And we can't wait for you to try them out. Then you're going to come back here. I'm on the bottom. I'm going to scroll over. And then the next slide says when. I'm going to again do text. And in the text, I'm going to make up a date, August 31st, which is a Tuesday, 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. I don't really know if August 31st is a Tuesday, but for our purposes, that's going to work. And so then I'm just going to record it. The event will happen August 31st on a Tuesday from 6 to 8 p.m. where now I'm going to add a photo of the hotel. And there are so many lovely photos to choose from. I really don't know. I think I'm going to choose the courtyard and say that our party's going to be there. In the courtyard at the Hotel Los Gatos. In real life, I might want to add another slide here and actually put the address in there for our purposes. I'm not going to do that. What to do next, I'm just going to tell them RSVP to sales@hotellosgatos.com. And I'm going to again record. Let us know if you can join us by RSVPing to sales@hlg.com. And then you can be finished, or you can say thank you, or you can duplicate this slide and just put a close here. Something like, we can't wait to see you. And then the same thing, record. We can't wait to see you. Thanks. And that is all there is to making your video. We can go back from the start. At any time we can preview it. You're just going to click up here to preview. Hi, I'm Holly, and I'm a salesperson for the Hotel Los Gatos. We'd like to invite you to a tasting party. Come and sample our new catering menu. We have all sorts of gourmet delicacies, and we can't wait for you to try them out. The event will happen August 31st on a Tuesday from 6 to 8 p.m. in the courtyard at the Hotel Los Gatos. Let us know if you can join us by RSVPing to sales@hlg.com is to making your video. We can go back from the start at any time. Okay, so clearly I made a mistake at the end and recorded part of this video. So what I'm going to do is go back to those videos. It was there. It was this video that I made the mistake, and I'm just going to re-record. We can't wait to see you. Thank you. And then I'm going to release it. And then I'm going to, we can't wait to see you. Thank you. Make sure that I did it correctly. That's how easy it is to make a video in Adobe Spark. There are a couple of features that I skipped over that I'm going to quickly review with you. At the top, you see it has themes, music, and layout. The themes we talked about, if we don't like the theme that we picked, we can just select another theme and you can see the background changes on all of the videos, on all of the slides here at the bottom. And so you can really pick whatever you like. I sort of prefer the first one that we did. In terms of music, you can add your own music, or they have all sorts of little pieces here that they can incorporate in. There's a default, clearly that was already in, and you can make it louder or more quiet. Finally, the layout. For some of the slides, for example, for the food slide, if we wanted to put a couple of different photos on the same page, we could have chosen the two things layout and added in a second. So we click on two things over here. We can add in an icon, for example, text, or a photo. Say we wanted to add in an icon. I think this is sort of fun. We can add in, you go over here to find an icon and hit enter, and it's going to search for different icons, and I kind of like this fork, and so we're going to incorporate a fork icon. So it has two images. The recording stays the same, and we just added a separate image. If you wanted to add another one like this, you can add a thing and a caption, or just one thing, or you can make it full screen as opposed to what it was before, which was one thing, sort of like the full screen. Maybe not, we'll keep it to this. Literally, that's all there is to it. Once you are happy, I would preview the entire thing once again for our purposes. I'm not going to do it. And then you're going to share it. You click on share at the top, and it's going to bring you up with a bunch of options. And you can share it if you have a YouTube channel. You can create a local folder. There's all sorts of different options that you can choose. So you just pick the one that you want. There's one thing I want to point out. This is where you're going to save your details, who the author was, if you want to add a subtitle to it. I think this is important that you have, it says down here, get noticed. Your project will appear in search engine results. You're probably going to want to turn that off unless you want to share it with the Spark community, which you're certainly welcome to, but you should be aware that that's there. Typically what I will do is download, and so you are just going to click download. It's going to take a couple of minutes, but you're going to end up with an MP4 file. Hi, I'm Holly, and I'm a salesperson for the Hotel Los Gatos. We won't watch it one more time. And so then you have the file, and that is all there is to it. Thank you.